Okay, welcome back. This is Gareth, M5KVK. So I've been through and unpacked all of the bits and identified them. There is a full parts list included, and I've been through that and checked everything. I've got all of the capacitors I've put into this little box here with a label on each one. I've also got the Atmel in there as well. I've got the resistors similarly laid out in the box at the back there, and then I've got all the hardware and other bits in another tray there. I can highly recommend Kelly's ice cream because it produces just the right size boxes for putting components in. That can go in there as well. One thing, do check carefully. These, particularly the resistors, the capacitors aren't too bad because they've got numbers on them. Obviously the resistors are color coded and they are 1% resistors, so they have got bands all the way down the body and they are quite difficult to identify, some of them. So I used my multimeter to check all of the values whilst I was identifying them. And also, look, I had a couple left over at the end there. I had a couple of extra capacitors that had worked their way into the kit. So as I say, do spend your time checking the parts before you start, go and make a start. But I recommend placing things in boxes. Apart from anything else, if I jog something now, it isn't all going to go flying. And it means when I'm assembling I can just reach out for things and put them on the board. It's a very good discipline to get into, and it just gets you in the right frame of mind. If you've got everything laid out, you've got everything in the right place, and then you can get on and build it. You do need to have a temperature controlled soldering iron with a fine bit on it and fine solder as well. We will be using that, obviously. The kit's pretty much again along the same design philosophy as the Elecraft kits. All of the test gear is built into the kit itself. So once you've got the microprocessor installed, that you can use that to start testing stuff as well. It says in the instructions, don't worry too much about build a bit, test it, build a bit, test it. Provided you are careful when you're building it, it should be okay to go along and do things as you need it. You will need some form, unless you've got really good eyesight, you will need some form of magnifier lamp. I use one of these devices, it's a Rolson that I've had for many years, and it's got exchangeable lenses that can go on the front. I wear this over my normal glasses so that I can see it, and I needed those to identify the resistors, so definitely going to need it when we're populating the board and soldering. Okay, so the next installment will probably be I'll at least part way assembled the board. So let's see how we get on with that.